Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel, Boost Your English. This channel is dedicated to learners of English at all levels. Our goal is to help you improve your writing, grammar, pronunciation, and overall understanding of the English language in a simple and clear way. In today's video, we are going to talk about common writing mistakes. Many learners make these mistakes when writing in English, and this is completely normal. Making mistakes is part of the learning process. By identifying and understanding these common mistakes, you will be able to write more clearly, avoid errors, and express your ideas more effectively. So now, let's move to the first mistake, which is dangling modifier. First of all, what is a modifier? A modifier is a word, phrase, or clause that gives extra information about a word in a sentence. It describes how, when, where, or in what way something happens. It can be an adjective or an adverb, and a modifier should modify the word next to it. Let's take an example. The beautiful rose. The beautiful rose here, where is the modifier? Is the word beautiful. It modifies what? It modifies the word rose. So, beautiful rose here, or beautiful, it modifies the word rose, and it is in a form of word. Let's take the second or the next example. The man with the red hat is my uncle. Here, the modifier is with the red hat. With the red hat, it modifies and describes the word man. But it's not a word. It is an adjectival phrase. Let's move to the third example. The girl who won the prize is my sister. The modifier is here, who won the prize. It modifies the word the girl, but it's not a phrase, it's not a word, so it's a clause, an adjectival clause. Here, let's move to dangling modifier. What is dangling modifier? A dangling modifier is a modifier that doesn't relate sensibly to any word in the sentence, so it's hanging alone, has no clear word to describe. Modifier has no, or a dangling modifier is a modifier has no subject to attach to. So let's take the first example. Walking to school, the rain started. Here, where is the modifier? Is walking to school. It modifies what? Okay, in this sentence, it modifies what? The rain. But logically speaking, not the rain, the one is walking. So there is something missing here. We need to add it, which is the subject. Let's correct it together. Walking to school, I saw it started raining. Or when I was walking to school, the rain started. Here we have the modifier, which is walking to school, and the modified, which is I saw it started raining. Let's take another example. Before going to sleep, my phone rang. So the modifier here is before going to sleep. In this sentence, it modifies the word my phone, but logically speaking, no. Let's correct it. Before I went to sleep, my phone rang. Or, before going to sleep, I heard my phone rang. Let's take the third example. To improve her results, the test was taken again. The modifier here is to improve her results. It modifies what? The test. But no, we need to add something, which is the subject. So we can say to improve her results, she took the test again. Here it's more correct and clear. So now let's move to how do we correct or how do we avoid this mistake. The first step, find the modifier. The second one, ask who or what is doing and performing the action. The third thing, add the correct subject. Fourth, place modifier next to what it describes. And the fifth one and the last one, read aloud to take clarity.
Hello everyone, my name is Ritesh Tariki, and today I'm going to talk about the second common mistake that speakers make, which is stringy sentences. A stringy sentence is a sentence that is too long and is formed by linking many clauses together, usually using words like and, so, because, then, or but, without proper punctuation or structure. It often sounds like someone is talking without stopping. For example, when I say, I woke up early and I missed the bus and I was late for school and the teacher was angry. Or when I say, she likes English and she studies every day and she wants to pass IELTS so she listens to products. These sentences are difficult to read and understand. So how can we correct stringy sentences? Break the sentence into shorter ones. One main idea per sentence. Use proper punctuation. Use comma, periods, or semicolons instead of repeating and. Use connecting words carefully. Replace repeated and words like because, however, therefore, although, as a result. Check sentence length. If you run out of breath while reading the sentence, it's probably stringy. Read the sentence aloud. If it sounds messy or rushed, it needs revision. Now, let's correct the last two sentences together. The first sentence, I woke up early and I missed the bus and I was late for school and the teacher was angry. We can correct it like this. I woke up early, but I missed the bus. As a result, I was late for school and the teacher was angry. The second sentence, she likes English and she studies every day and she wants to pass IELTS so she listens to products. We can say, she likes English and studies every day. She wants to pass IELTS, so she listens to products. Now let's move to another common writing mistake, which is choppy sentences. My friend Ihsan will explain it.
Choppy sentences are sentences that are too short, making your writing feel broken and hard to read smoothly. Basically, your ideas are jumping from one short sentence to the next without any proper connection. And I will give you some examples to make the sight clearer. The first one says, I went to the store, I bought some milk, I saw my friend. The second one, I woke up, I brushed my teeth, I ate breakfast, I left for school. The third one, the movie was good, the actors were amazing, the story was boring. They all look very basic and like you are cutting your own sentences without any logical connection. Now let's see together how we can fix this mistake to make our writing feel smoother and better. There are several ways to fix it, but let's talk about the three main ones of them. First, use connectors, coordinating, subordinating, or conjunctive adverbs like and, but, so, which, after, before, because, etc. 2. Combine sentences instead of making many short fragments, and here you need to use conjunctions. The third one or the third way Vary sentences length for balance means try to make your sentences longer with sense. Now let's discuss two of our examples to make them smoother using the ways that we learned before. The first one, instead of saying I woke up, I brushed my teeth, I ate breakfast, I left for school, we can simply say I woke up, brushed my teeth, ate breakfast and left for school. Here we added the coordinating conjunction and. The second example, instead of saying the movie was good, the actors were amazing, the story was boring, we can fix it as the movie was good because the actors were amazing, but the story was boring. Here we use the subordinating conjunction because and the coordinating conjunction but. And it felt very smooth and looks like an academic writing.
Hello everyone, I hope you are all doing well. In this video, I'm going to explain an important mistake that all people make it, not only the beginners but also native speakers when they write articles, essays, paragraphs, etc., which is the comma splice. So let's break it down. I'd like to start with the definition or simple definition of what do we mean by the comma splice. So simply, a comma splice happens when two independent clauses are joined incorrectly with a comma. For example, I finished my homework, comma, I went to sleep. In this example, we have two independent clauses. The first one is I finished my homework, and the next one is I went to sleep, and they are joined together with a comma. So this comma, we call it a comma splice. So maybe new learners may think that this is correct, but actually it's not. Why? Simply because the comma is not strong enough to join those two independent clauses. Now, I think it's easy with this part. So let's have a look at the ways that help us to correct this common mistake. Actually, we can say that we have four main ways to correct the comma splice sentences. So let's start with the first one. Use coordinating conjunctions like and, so, but, yet, nor, etc. So we have two examples, which are I was tired, comma, I went to bed early. The next one, she loves reading, comma, she spends hours in the library. So we know that these two sentences are incorrect, and we know the reason. So we can simply correct them using the coherent coordinating conjunction. And the correction of the first example would be I was tired, so I went to bed early. And the next example, she loves reading and she spends hours in the library. Now, these two sentences are coherent and correct. The next way is use semicolon, and I'll go with the same sentences. I was tired, comma, I went to bed early. The next one, she loves reading, comma, she spends hours in the library. So these two sentences are incorrect, so simply we can remove that comma and replace it with a semicolon. That's it, in a simple way. And the correction would be I was tired, semicolon, I went to bed early. The next one, she loves reading, semicolon, she spends hours in the library. Now,
these sentences are correct. The third way is make two separate sentences. The first example, the exam was difficult, comma, many students failed. The second example, he didn't revise well, comma, he felt nervous during the exam. So we can simply replace that comma with the full stop. That's it, for real. And the correction would be, the exam was difficult, full stop, many students failed. The next one, he didn't revise well, full stop, he felt nervous during the exam. The only changement here is that when you put a full stop, means that you start a new sentence, and that means that you have to capitalize the first letter of the next sentence. The fourth way is use subordinating conjunction, like because, although, as, since, etc. The first example, the exam was difficult, comma, many students failed. We correct this sentence using the subordinating conjunction because. So the correction would be, because the exam was difficult, many students failed. The next example is, he didn't revise well, comma, he felt nervous during the exam. We simply use the subordinating conjunction when, and the correction would be, when he didn't revise well, comma, he felt nervous during the exam. So, this is the end of today's lesson. I hope this video was clear and helpful for you. If you understood the topic, you are ready to move on the next lesson.
A run-on sentences. First of all, let's start with the definition. A run-on sentences occur when two or more independent clauses are connected improperly. To understand this more, let's have an example. In this example, we have two independent clauses. The first one is, I like pizza. The second one is, I eat it every week. When we try to combine these two independent clauses, we will combine this like this. I like pizza. I eat it every week. Here we got the run-on sentences, which is mean that we combine them with the wrong way. To fix this problem, we have several ways. Let's start with the first way. The first way is that we can use the point to separate them. Like, I like pizza. We put a point. I ate it every week. This is too easy. The second one is using the comma and the fanboys. The fanboys are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. I like pizza. We put a comma and we choose any one of the fanboys. Here the right one is so. I like pizza, comma, so I eat it every week. The last solution is using the semicolon. The semicolon are more strong to combine two clauses. I like pizza. I ate it every week. And this is the ending of our lesson today. Thank you for listening.